It's time to ditch those packets and make your own ramen soup. Hey guys, if you're new here, I'm Kristen from A Mindful Mom, and I love to share with you easy recipes your family will love. And today's recipe is for homemade ramen soup. It's so easy to make, but so much more flavorful than any of those packets you get at the grocery store. And it's free of MSG, it's lower in sodium, and we're gonna add in some fresh veggies. This is one recipe that is pure comfort food and absolutely delicious on a cold, rainy day. We're gonna start our recipe with 4 cups of vegetable broth. You can use my recipe for homemade vegetable broth, you can use store-bought vegetable broth, you can even use chicken stock if that's what you have on hand. To season our broth, we're going to add in 2 teaspoons of freshly grated ginger and 3 cloves of freshly grated garlic. I use a microplane here to grate my ginger root and my fresh garlic. It works perfectly, breaks down the garlic and ginger great so that you're not biting into any big chunk of garlic or ginger that would overwhelm your palate. We're also going to add in 1 tablespoon of rice wine vinegar and 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. Bring this mixture to a boil and then reduce the heat to simmer. Next, we're gonna add in about 1/4 cup of diced red bell pepper and 1/2 cup to 1 cup of shiitake mushrooms. The mushrooms give this soup so much earthiness and hardiness, delicious. I'm also going to add in the greens of bok choy. If you're wondering what bok choy looks like, it's this cabbage that you can find in your grocery store right next to red cabbage and green cabbage. It's an Asian style cabbage that's delicious. I love it stir-fried, in soups. Today we're just going to use the top greens. Make sure it's washed well and then slice into thin ribbons. You can save the bottom to use in stir-fries or salads. It adds a delicious fresh crunch. If you can't find bok choy or you don't have it on hand, you can certainly use cabbage. You can even use spinach. Simmer your broth for 7 to 10 minutes, just until those greens begin to wilt down and your mushrooms soften. Now we're gonna add in our ramen noodles. You can use the packets that you get from the store and just discard the seasoning packs. You're gonna use 3 of those packets. Or you can purchase ramen noodles right in your Asian grocery aisle. I like to do this because I can find really good ramen noodles that are made with just whole wheat flour and water, opposed to all the other additives. So we're gonna add in about 9 ounces of ramen noodles. We're gonna simmer until our noodles are tender, which is about 3 minutes regardless of the type of ramen noodles you use. And then we're gonna dish up our soup, and now comes the fun part, the toppings. I love to top homemade ramen with shredded carrots, a soft boiled egg, some green onions. Sometimes I add in some more fresh peppers or some shaved radishes, whatever you like. Or you can serve this just plain and simple without any toppings, which is how my kids like it. Homemade ramen is so easy to make, and it's so much better tasting than anything you buy at the store. I hope that you guys give it a try for your next lunch recipe, and you can catch me in the next video where I show you another delicious vegetarian classic soup, minestrone.